Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you. The podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're talking about Kentucky Artisans starting a small barrel program for consumers. Allegedly, this is what the show is about.
Right.
My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as my editor. And our special guests, Jeff Andreezy, Katie Joyce, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
I love that
everyone.
Steve does all of the work. Steve comes up with the topics. He writes the scripts. He sends it all out to us for us to just show up and talk about it. And then we give him such a hard time when there's like a typo or something.
This is not a typo,
This
Katie.
one's pretty bad.
This is 3 separate shows.
Well, there is a typo that messes up too.
And there's a typo.
And plus the bonus typo.
I was so excited getting my email when I read it, and it's like 3 shows about me, and what am I gonna talk about?
Well, that's actually, it goes back to one.
Actually about Lenny.
It's about
It's
Lenny.
not even about you.
Right,
It's about
right.
Lenny.
Wasn't about you at all. That's how bad it is.
That's how bad it
Lenny's
is.
Came on
protest, yeah.
so excited.
last
He's just
week.
been nothing but disappointed in his evening with us.
Yeah. Man, I try too, because I try to do my
You've been
best, because I
busy,
know
Steve.
I get, yeah. Well,
Let's be fair,
I
you've been
have.
busy. Also, frankly, we should be able to decipher what we're talking about by what the name of the show is.
Sure.
Generally.
Minus the typos.
And you even put like factual notes in this one for us too. So
That's
we
true.
were okay.
Yeah.
That's true. So, we're going to be talking today about Kentucky Artisan Distillery, KAD, and about what they've got going on. Again, they're targeting this time. They've got a program that targets consumers, so it's kind of fun. Most Kentucky distilleries will offer that option. Again, the small guys. Not you can't walk into Old Forester and be like, "Hey, my name's Steve Akeley. I'd like to buy a barrel today." That's not going to work. But at a lot of the craft, they have that option. So we'll talk about that. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yes. So I want to know if there is something that others do that like either consciously or subconsciously bothers you so much that like you can't focus. Like it's a complete distraction. Like you almost have to say something. It's like a habit people do, or like something they can say, or something like a way they can like move, something like that just instantly sticks out to you, bothers you so much to the point that like you can't think, can't function, almost have to say something.
Right.
And it's like your annoyance but something that people do subconsciously, like they don't necessarily realize they're doing it.
They're not
like,
doing it to.
It's not like they're being rude to
not
wait
gigging
staff.
you. It just
Something that
happens.
something that should be normal, but it really bothers
Steve,
you.
do you want to go last since you're going to have so many?
Well, I've got a lot, but I'll throw out one that is just that gets to me, and sometimes I have to, depending on the company, because you can only rip on people so much, and there's some people you can't rip on at all because they're fragile. Yeah, the person that I am, I will hold back on certain people because they're fragile. Like if Linda Monica's doing something, I'm not going to lay into her. I just feel like that's a bad look. I don't. She's too nice of a person for me to ever. But one thing that I can't stand is mouth noises when you're eating. Whether it's chomping, whether it's clicking of the fork on the teeth. I don't like noises when eating. It gets to me. I don't like eating noises.
Do you play like something in the background when you eat at home? Like if it's you and Amy just eating dinner?
Yeah, because she'll click the fork on her teeth, and I'm like, "What? Stop it!" What? It's one of these things where you're like, if I would have known this,
40 years later,
they get you. Back in my day, when you're like you didn't live together beforehand,
she tricked you.
Yeah, we didn't live together beforehand, and that's why you really should live with the person you're going to marry first, because you'd find out about the mouth noises when eating, and you can get out. You can be just like,
otherwise you would just never marry anyone because everyone.
Yeah, it's true. You're lucky that she locked you in. I've got one.
Okay.
Just being rude to servers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
For no specific reason.
Yeah.
I've
seen it.
It's like like they're just trying to be
like they're trying to prove something.
Yeah, trying to.
There's
be
people we
dominant.
know that are mean to servers, and
Yeah.
I don't like that. I know.
No, that's a bad one.
huge.
That's
And
a
it
bad
makes
look.
me very upset.
Me too.
And I'm like, and I mean, I had my meltdown about the lemon sorbet. I felt bad about that. That's very uncharacteristic of me. I don't generally do that, but
God damn it, you love lemon sorbet.
God damn it, the fucking lemon sorbet. They said they had it. But like just when it's like every single fucking time that you go somewhere with someone, and it's every single time. I have a girlfriend back home who every single time it's always something. It's like, why don't my straws match like they should be the same color?
Right. Yeah.
What? We're bitching about that?
This is what we're
That's what we're gonna be
degrading a
upset
server
about.
over. Yeah.
And then just not being like okay, so we went over to see the black tulips, which yes, the black tulips are
That's a big thing right now.
Dark purple. Yes, we understand. There's people like they're not actually black. They're actually pretty
they're geniuses.
They're pretty black actually. When you look at them, you're like those are
they're geniuses. They see that they're actually dark purple.
They're
the same people that
and while the light refracts and it looks black, it's not.
Like
they're geniuses. They can't deal with
purple. So like I don't understand the complaints about that. But one of our good friends, Roxy, she owns Roxy's.
I know Roxy.
Downtown Vivi, or Vive. I have no idea how to say it correctly. So she owns a restaurant / bar right downtown, and they did not expect for the tulips to blow up this much this year.
It's all over social media.
It's been insane. It's been everywhere. It's been absolutely insane. The entire city over there did not know it was going to get this insane this year.
They're building a whole tourism thing around that. They've embraced it for sure.
And it's great. And they are happy about it. But I had people coming in the distillery and they were like, yeah, like I was like, oh, did you go to Roxy's? They're like, yeah, we went there. They're like, there was an hour wait for food. They're like, and like understandable, like it was so packed. They're like, and there was people who were like getting up and being angry that there was an hour wait for food. And then we actually went to Roxy's and they're like, just so you guys know, there's an hour wait for food. We went, that's okay. We're just going to get a cocktail. Like we don't want to add to the stress. Like Roxy's in the back. We like stuck our head in there. We're like, hey, we want to say hello, whatever.
Hey.
We got one drink and then we went outside and there was a Mexican restaurant across the street called Tequila's. So we went there and we sat down and a guy sitting at the bar turns around and he goes, hey, just so you guys know, like the food is going to take a while. And we're like, yeah, we kind of expected that. And he goes, yeah, another table sitting over here ordered their food and left because it didn't come out soon enough. And then the waiters came out with full plates of food.
Okay.
And they were gone.
They were gone. A full like 8 top table.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And like just the people, like the rudeness over there, and like people were coming in the distillery being like, people are being so rude about like the wait times. They're like, it's a small town. Like I don't know what they expected. Right. And Roxy said, she's like, I would have brought on more people to work. She's like, we didn't expect it to like blow up this much.
It has blown up.
Right. Like she brought in more people to work, but she was like, she had just no clue. And I just think that's crazy. Like if you look around a restaurant and you can clearly see it is busy as fuck, and especially when you know there's an event going on, and you're on top of that, you're gonna be a rude asshole to people. It's not.
You don't like that.
No,
Becca doesn't like that.
that's so insane to me. Like it's like just read the fucking room, chill out, like order an appetizer. That'll probably come out a little bit quicker. Get a cocktail and and also if you see it's busy, then fucking leave.
Relax.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
Steve's hand is outstretched close to the camera, by the way, everyone who's listening, hearing him say
It
relax.
makes me so
Like a 3D movie.
that shit pisses me off.
Relax. Just
Don't be
relax.
fucking rude to servers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. KK, how about you?
Snapping gum.
Oh, gum snapping.
And
Again,
I
that's a
love
mouthful.
chewing it.
Guilty.
I love when I don't chew gum because I cannot chew gum nicely. I have to
Okay.
snap it. I have to
You-
blow
you-
bubbles.
It's
I have
fun to snap it.
It
That's
is.
the problem.
Like, you
Fun.
blow a little bubble and then you snap it super loud. I forget that John's in the car all the time and I do it and I scare him. Like,
Really?
it's loud. So
Right.
But when other people are doing it, I'm like, oh.
I don't
no.
chew gum either, to Kathy's point. But then I've been seeing this. I've been getting these Instagram ads of this lady says she goes out in the woods and gets the sap and she's creating gum with it. It's the real natural stuff. And it lasts 3 days. I'm like,
Ew.
God damn it! I'm going to order that. At some point, I'm going to order that. She's going to get me. I just have to be drunk enough to order it. And then I'll be like, why the fuck did I
that
order
the
this
word?
gum?
Can it have flavor that long, or can it just
Oh yeah,
last
for 3
that long?
days. For 3 days, because they impart the real flavors in there.
Order it right now.
I probably will. I probably
yeah, we
will.
need this to be a
Take a-
small
take
talk
a
or
shot
an entire
so you can order
show
it
in the
right now.
future.
I don't
Just
have a
order.
button to stop you from scrolling, so
Right. So I don't remember the name of the company. It just comes out. I'll just have to scroll after the show, and if that pops up, I'll just order it tonight. We'll see how
Just
it
say
goes.
it enough, the idea of it into your phone.
3 days. 3 days. And then she's like, well, so one guy he reported he chewed it for 2 weeks and it was fine. Because it's like expensive, of course.
But what are you
I
doing with it
understand.
when you go to bed?
Well, yeah,
Right,
you're
well,
on your
the
nightstand.
bad. Oh my God. She turned into McNew for a second there.
Stick it to your nightstand.
So
don't
then
put
you
it
just
in.
put cold used gum back in your mouth?
Yeah, then you just start chewing. You gotta work it. You gotta work it. You gotta
When
work
you-
it.
You're up. You're
Just get in there. Just get in there and just work
so you
it.
just flatten it against
Just
your
work it.
gum.
When
on the
you
inside.
guys were young, didn't you put your gum in the freezer? Because then it had some flavor in the morning.
No.
No, I got a new piece.
No, God damn it.
What
the
the-
Oh my God,
soda
my
are you
sister used to
talking
do
about?
it. I'd open the freezer and then instead of frozen juice
There's gum in
canisters,
there.
there'd be gum in there. It's like, this is freaking gross.
Okay, fair enough.
So I understand the flavor may last, but what about the elasticity? Because I feel like that's the bigger issue is that it gets like hard to chew.
Listen to this though, Katie. So you get this gum, and it looks like dried sap. You bite into it, and it breaks up into pieces, like you bit a hard candy. But then, if you continue to chew it, it doesn't dissolve like a hard candy would. It then forms into the gum, and then you're chewing it, and it has all this flavor. I think it's an interesting thing to try, right? But that makes you interested, even that little part of it, right? I mean. Yeah, it turns into this regular gum that's super flavorful. Costs like $30 a pack, but my God, when you
I've
break down
spent more for stupider things.
exactly. This is why I know they're going to get me. I've fought at this for, but probably tonight if I see one of those ads, I'm ordering, and then I'm going to give each of you a piece.
Good.
I would appreciate that. I'm interested to try it.
Okay.
Wait.
Interesting.
So-
I'm gonna snap it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
be warned.
Okay. Go ahead, Jeff.
Snap it.
this question is tough for me. As I've gotten older, I'm just things still bug me, but not like they used to. Because I would have to say something.
You've gotten better.
but-
I've gotten worse.
I've gotten because I look in the mirror and I just say, dude, you got 1,000 issues. People could just be picking on you. It could be,
Right.
and so I'm not going to instigate, but goddamn, there's one lady at work that, I mean, we got cement floors, and she is clomping around, and it is so loud.
Clumping is a choice.
And when I
She
heard
walks
this,
too hard. She walks
and
too
Heavy
hard.
heels.
She's a hard walker.
She just moved to a cubicle outside my office, and I actually went down and asked one of my staffers, said, "Who the hell is making all the noise?" And she starts laughing. She said, "You know who that is?" And okay, but every time when I hear it now, This one of my staffers, I can hear her giggling down there because she knows I'm just getting torqued in my office about the bang, bang, bang.
Okay, so it's
love
not like a
doing
good
that.
like high heel clip.
No,
It's like,
it is kaboom,
Is it
kaboom.
boots or is
It's-
it?
There's boots. I've had to go check a couple times. I mean, is she
Okay.
wearing concrete on her feet? You know,
Yeah.
and then she's loud when she talks. She's just young and completely unaware of the surroundings, you know. But it's so funny
My
when I hear
staffs are dumb,
when
too.
my staffer starts giggling. it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But that one bugs me.
Yeah. On that note, we got to go to Katie, who asked the question. Katie.
oh yeah. Mine's somewhat similar to Jeff's kinda, except for mine is people who shake their leg. It drives me
They
nuts.
shake their leg
Like-
to get
like
like
when you're,
underwear
like,
out of their
sitting-
ass.
Someone's sitting there and they're like bouncing their leg or like bouncing their
Oh,
foot.
a leg bouncer. A leg bouncer.
Yes.
What if they get, what,
You know when people walk and then reach out and just
Those
shake their
people
leg?
tend to
Yeah.
be very thin though, because they have that nervous energy where they just
Not
Twitch.
necessarily.
really not necessarily. You're saying
I will be careful. My next comment that my husband does this, and
Restless
so
leg syndrome.
he's just keeping time to a really fast song in his head.
I mean, come on.
real fast.
My
So the
husband-
problem though is that we'll be sitting like at the dining room table or somewhere,
He's
and
leg
it
bouncing.
makes the floor shake. Like the way he bounces his
Right.
leg, that is making my chair shake.
He needs
and
to
the
work on
way
this.
I can feel the anger like climbing
Right.
up my throat. And so it bothers me so much. And of course, I'm not nice about it. I'm like,
No,
stop shaking your
of
leg.
course. You shouldn't
Just be still.
You
And so
shouldn't be.
we were at a friend's house. We were playing board games, and I have that feeling again of the fucking floor bouncing from a foot bouncing. And so I'm like, John, stop bouncing your leg. And especially I'm like, he's doing this at other people's house. What if this bothers them? It was not John at that moment. It was our friend whose house
That's
we're at.
awesome.
So I yelled at the owner of the house to stop bouncing his foot at
Okay.
his own dining room table. And so
Hey,
he's like,
that's the only way he's
"Oh,
going to learn.
that was me." And of course, then he was nice about it. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That was me. I'll stop." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like, "You can bounce your foot as much as you want. This is your house. I am so sorry." But it bothers me that much.
Like, just so you
Did-
know, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know this about John before you married him?
No,
You lived
I did
together.
not. And we lived together for several years. And somehow, no,
so
I did.
you have made him nervous.
He's got a nervous twitch now.
He's got the
I
nervous
did
twitch
know
from
this
hanging around
before
with
we
Katie.
got married. He accepts me yelling at him about it well, and he stopped. So we work with
Okay.
it. But,
Okay.
but even I was in
Good on him.
Nashville, walking down a busy corridor, and all of a sudden something irked me. And I looked up, and on the second floor of a building at like a balcony, I see a person sitting at a table bouncing their foot. And I was like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was like, I am now annoyed that he is bouncing his foot in this very busy corridor in Nashville because I can see him bouncing his foot. He needs to cut it out.
Okay, that's how angry you get. Fair enough. Fair enough. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK. KK, what do you got there?
I'm going to open up my Jefferson's Chef Collab.
Okay. Okay, not a lot going on there, but it did register. So Katie looks like she's ready to go. We'll let her go next.
I am. I have Stolen Wolf.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. This why can I it's not oh no, there's plastic on it.
Oh jeez.
I lose.
Oh jeez. We waited. We hung in there with her. All right, Jeff, you're next. We'll come back to Katie.
Well,
Jeff,
I also have some Stolen Wolf. I've got the
Okay.
Rosen Rye.
plastic removed.
Plastic is gone.
Okay, not a lot there.
No.
Not a lot there. Kathy still has the lead. I'll go next. I've got planners. This is a fill your own barrel type of thing. Rat bag. I've had this on several shows. Let's see what we got here. Rat bag. No, nothing there. Jeff or Kathy has the lead still. Sorry, Kathy's got the lead. Becca's next.
I've got some Middle West.
Okay.
So this is actually from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Okay.
This is the dark pumpernickel.
Yep. Okay.
Yummy.
Wow, that's our lead. That was fantastic. Katie's back there biting a bottle now, so I don't know what she's doing. She's working it with her teeth,
Chewing on it.
chewing on it. Here she comes
It
back.
better be good after all this.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. What took so long?
Well, the plastic was halfway broken off on that one. I couldn't find perforation, so I couldn't get it off. I had to choose a different one.
Okay.
I went with the Nobleton's. Was it Blue Mountain?
Blue Mountain. Yeah, the Friends pick.
Yeah,
so,
the
the Festival
pick.
Friends.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Let's see.
Okay. That was really nice, but Becca got it again. So Becca had a good night.
Becca.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Well, cheers.
I like how Katie cheers with the bottle, not a glass. Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Kentucky Artisan with the new barrel program they've got, targeting you, targeting consumers. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Kentucky Artisan.
Yes, we are. So this is a new program, kicked off April 8th, so it is up and running now. So KAD says you have the ability to pick a barrel. So you can come in and say, hey, I'd like to pick a barrel. You want to register that in advance. It costs $50 per person. And then if you buy the barrel, you do get credit for it. So you get, it actually comes off there. So you can't just say, I want to do the barrel pick experience, and then be like, it wasn't right for me. No barrels today. So they do charge you, but you get that back should you actually buy the barrel. They have 3 different barrels, a 15-gallon barrel. It's going to produce about 65 to 75, again, 750 milliliter bottles, so standard size bottles. It's going to cost between $37.85 and $56.78. That could vary based on the number of bottle yield, as well as potentially the product as well. Then they've got 25-gallon barrels, and 115 to 125 bottles is what they're saying, $52.99 to $79.49. And then last but not least, full-on 53-gallon barrels, 190 to 200 bottles is what they're saying, and that is $70.65 to $10.598. Again, these are averages. It could be more or less than that, depending on what the actual yield is. So it's a fun new thing they've got. What do you guys think about this program? Again, targeting individuals, not necessarily targeting liquor stores, clubs, anything like that. It's like, hey, get together your friends and buy a barrel. What do you guys think about it?
Idea.
I think it's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea.
Would love
Yeah.
it.
Fun. So I reached out. I went and looked at this and reached out just via email, and they wrote back, and it's like they'd have it ready within a couple of days.
Really?
Because
So you reached
at
out,
one
okay.
point, some of the either online or something, it talked about maturation and all this different stuff,
Yes,
and I'm
I
thinking,
saw that on
jeepers.
their website.
And I was wondering, what does that mean? Do I got to pick something before I'm ready to? I mean, I don't want to taste the distillate and hope it tastes good when it's
Right.
actually
Right.
put, but
No,
they
this
just
is
said
finished
no,
stuff, yeah.
it's ready to, it's basically ready to go. And I mentioned it to the artist tonight, and she didn't get it. She said, well, they need a whole lot more Steves running store. No, this is for people or businesses.
Correct.
Maybe they want to give it to their customers. And
Oh,
Correct, yeah.
yeah.
That's where it really
But-
fits in nicely, yeah.
but
Business
what
side.
I'm thinking personally is I still want to come up with something for my retirement. I want to get some bottles made, share
Yeah.
them with some people, some family, some friends, some podcasters, and
I think you may
Becca's-
know
Becca's
who to
going to
contact
herself here.
to do this.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Yeah.
there's all kinds. So so I but this was the first time I've really reached out. But I know a few people.
Right.
I know one person sitting in the dark.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'd be willing to help you out, special label, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I just want to come up with some. I've got some cigars for that already. I've
Do
got
we
that
think
already done.
when is the projected retirement time? Because this has been a moving target. When is it supposed to be?
Solid. January 1st. I haven't written the letter to the company
Yeah,
yet.
it's not going to happen.
It will. My last work day is going to be right before Halloween.
The artist says no, so we're going to see how this plays out.
No, the
she talked
artist-
to me. She
Yeah, I
signed off
know.
on this now. She signed off.
She's-
Last I talked to her, she said that's not going to happen. He's not
Yep,
gonna do it.
she's way more comfortable now. We've worked through the finances. And
Okay.
she sees, I come home and I'm just grumpy from work, and now she knows that I'll be better when I'm not working.
You're sick of you being grumpy.
Yeah.
Sick. All right.
Grumpy Jeff. And it's goddamn boot clompers. You're just driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
there's definitely quite a few distilleries who
Yeah.
offer lower amounts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is something that that people have been changing around because it's like industry wise, to consumers is a big deal, but even also even to liquor stores and stuff. And Steve has done that with us.
Right.
Where it's lower amounts, because the last thing that we want is we don't want our product sitting on the shelf of a liquor store or wherever especially a liquor store. It's not so much at a bar that does a special barrel pick and they're using it for their
Cocktails or whatever,
That's
yeah.
different. But at a liquor store, you don't want your single barrel to sit there forever.
No.
Because then it seems like no one likes it, no one wants it, and so then that's bad.
Right.
You want you want to create demand for that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And if it's just sitting there forever and they're like, oh, okay, it's always here, then suddenly there's no demand. And
Right.
so, we've started doing that. We do quarter, half, and full barrels because we don't want it to be sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's worked out really well, especially for liquor, or for not liquor stores. I mean, we do it for liquor stores, but especially for bars, because bars especially do not have a ton of space for backstock.
Right.
But sometimes they want their own specific single barrel, and they're like, well, I mean, we could take this many cases, but that's it.
Yeah. That's a
And
good
it's
thing.
Well, we can
It's a
do
good thing
that.
for
We
all
can
of
do
them.
a specific one right for you. And so I think it's a big deal for places to do the smaller amounts because it just makes sense. And I think that you should do it for not just in the different barrels. I think you should do it for the bigger barrels as well, and just sell a quarter of that barrel, sell half the barrel.
Right.
I've got a special spot in the rick house now that's got half barrels and quarter barrels in the back, or ones that have had stuff pulled out of them already, and then we still just leave it in the barrel,
Yeah. Yeah.
let it age longer.
Let it age longer. So that's cool.
And some of them we do dump out, and they are just sitting in there, and then we let someone else taste it, and they buy some of it.
But yeah. But Jeff's talking about a big life moment. I think there's a lot of people. Jeff's not unique in this.
There's
Whether
tons of people. Weddings,
whether it's a big birthday party, weddings, or hey, they're turning 40 or 50 or whatever it is. It might be a big milestone. They're like, I'd like to get a barrel, celebrate with friends and stuff.
Reach out to the distilleries. There's more. Starlight, I think, does smaller amounts, right? Don't they?
They do have. They don't do quarter barrels yet, but they do have. So sure.
there's definitely a few that, at least the smaller distilleries,
right,
that are willing to do it.
Starlight's got something kind of cool, Becca. I don't know if you ever consider this. Starlight has a program. The more you order, and even if it's a half barrel, that counts as an order. The more you order, the greater access you get to like the older stuff and the better stuff that they value. You can't just walk in on day one and be like, I want to get a 9-year-old bourbon and that is finished in this finish that I love. That's your most popular one. They'll be like, you don't really qualify for that. You got to work your way into that. So it's kind of a cool thing. So
I think it's just another opportunity to move some product. We don't. Yep. We've talked many times that there's a back stock sitting there, and we've put age statements on it because there's all kinds of things people are trying to sell more. I think this is an awesome opportunity, and I'm serious about doing something.
You should absolutely
that I can share later this year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that I think that it's cool because we've done at this point for weddings, we've done I think 3 separate ones where we did
weddings are big for that for sure.
Special wedding label. Mm-hmm. And if you're getting married, that's a way cooler present than if you're planning on having gifts for some sort of gifts for people or wedding favors. A bottle of booze with your picture on it is way cooler than probably anything else you're thinking of.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of any other wedding favor that would be cooler than that.
Yeah. And the whiskey ends up playing a big role in a lot of relationships. A lot of times the first date might have been going to a distillery or to an event, a bourbon dinner, things like that. A lot of them have a history there that makes sense for them to have that as part of their wedding then too. Hey, our first date was we went to Neely Family Distillery. Oh, well, it makes some sense to, bring the friends and family in on that by having a special bottle at the wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we had a couple who met. This is crazy, actually. We had a couple who came on the tour at our distillery. In two separate groups. It was the guy came with some of his dude friends, and the girl I think came with her family. Yeah. And they started talking on the tour. They exchanged phone numbers.
Whoa!
And then they came into the distillery. I don't know, a year later, and they came in just to do a tasting, and they were like, "Oh, we want to let you guys know that." They told us that story, and they go, "We're getting married."
Okay.
Wow.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Right. Now, if they got married, what's going on? We don't know. They didn't tag us, and they didn't. I haven't seen any sort of social media things about it, but they did. They met on the tour, so shoot your shot on whiskey tours, I guess.
Yeah, it's not all about the whiskey.
Yeah, sometimes there's cute girls with their families on tours.
Yeah. And you've got something in common with them.
Exactly.
You've already got the common ground of, hey, we both like whiskey.
If anyone should have got whiskey as their wedding favor, it was them. But we did. I wasn't down there when they told us this. It was one of the guys. And it's been I think a couple of years now. But still, boy, if anyone should have got a bottle for their wedding, it's them.
Right, it's them for sure. Well, very cool stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so there you go. It's just a little bit about a new program that's going on. I think it's pretty awesome. I think there's a lot of application for this, whether you're a business owner, want to buy for employees, for customers, you got a big moment in your life, or something like a big anniversary or a big birthday or retirement, whatever it is.
Or you just like the whiskey.
Maybe you're just
that too.
Like the whiskey.
Maybe you just need a lot of whiskey stock.
Or even though they're not targeting clubs, if you got a club, a lot of them was like, how do we do barrel picks? Well, here's a way to absolutely do it. It's set up for that. So there you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me planning for my retirement, but in the meantime, Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, KK.
I too am on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com is the website where you can find our shows and everything that's going on at the ABV Network. ABVBarrelShop.com. Similar thing for the ABV Barrel Shop. That's where we put all of our events, what we have in the store, so much more. ABVBarrelShop.com. And also check out Bourbon Sasquatch. We're always trying to up our game in terms of videos that we release. We do put out one every single day. So check us out again, YouTube. Bourbon Sasquatch. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we're going to have a brand new show for you tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you are too. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.